Good afternoon, everyone. It's Rob from Next Truck Sales, and I want to take this opportunity and introduce you to our 2020 Peterbilt 579. This particular model features the new Ultra Loft cab, which is the full raised roof sleeper with 2 beds. It also has a Paccar 455 horsepower with a Paccar 12-speed automated transmission. I will take you through this truck, show you some of the features. It's in excellent condition, show you some of the blemishes as well, as it's not new. But we'll go through the truck. I'll explain a little bit about the process. If you happen to be watching this video and you're in the US, we do offer shipping and delivery from our yard in Buffalo, as well as all the paperwork that you'll need to convert the title from Canada to USA. So let's get started. Have a look here. So you'll see here we've got the halogen HID headlamps here. We have no fog lights on the front, which you really don't need fog lights when you've got the ultra bright projectors. We've got the collision mitigation, or the Bendix wingman system on this tractor, so this will give you adaptive cruise control from that sensor that will detect metal objects in the front of the truck and automatically slow the truck down. Works really good with stop and go traffic. Over here you'll see we got bright grille, we've got bright mirror covers there, and then we've got painted mirror covers on this side, and we've got a bright sun visor. Bright meaning it's chrome plated. Let's have a look underneath the hood here. We've got a freshly sandblasted and painted frame. You can see our painter does a really nice job. He paints pretty much everywhere that he can get to with his gun and sandblasts it and makes it all look like new. We've got a brand new Firestone FS691 steer on both sides. This truck, I believe, has 10 new tires. We'll go through the truck and I'll show you everything. We've got disc brakes up on the front, spring ride front suspension, and this is your Paccar 455. This is the latest generation. They work well. I'm a fan of the engines in some respects, and in other respects not so much. I'll get into that in a minute. Have a look here. We've got another brand new Firestone 691 steer. We've got a double capacity alternator. It's 300 and 400, what do we got here? Amps. 275 amp alternator. So it's got a higher capacity because it's running the battery powered APU, which is your Peterbilt Smart Air system, which gives you heating and cooling with the truck engine turned off. So we'll go through that system very briefly once I get inside the cab. But this is your Paccar. I'm going to do a video of this running, but I just want to give you a quick peek underneath here first. Paccar is well known for not leaking oil, no catastrophic failures. They did have a recall in 2019 and up where there was a problem with the oil filler housing, oil filter bypass, and the plastic broke, and then it was bypassing oil and the engines blew up, and so that's been rectified. Other than that, the engines are well known to last well over 1 million miles. It's a well-designed engine from many perspectives. From a longevity, absolutely. From a check engine light, frustrating because it's not as popular of an engine, or it hasn't been as popular of an engine because it only came out in 2010. Not a lot of mechanics necessarily know how to work on it. They don't necessarily have the software or the tools to do work on it, meaning that you take it to your mechanic and he doesn't want to work on it. So you're forced to go to the dealer, which costs you more, obviously. That's about where, the bad things about this engine stop, because it does work well. It lasts a long time. Like I said, it doesn't leak oil. It doesn't blow up. It's good on fuel. It's quiet. So there's a lot of good things about it. The Cummins, obviously, more serviceability. You can get it fixed pretty much anywhere, but they leak oil and they blow up around 600 miles. So you've got to kind of pick your poison. I guess there's no perfect engine anymore. All those disappeared back in 2003. So have a look here. We got another 8 brand new drives on the back here. These are 11R22.5 Chinese virgin drives. They've got, look close to almost 1 inch of tread depth. So that's good. So you get 10 brand new tires on this tractor. Looking over here, you can see we've got the full aerodynamic skirt at the bottom. It is nice that they made it flexible, so it's kind of like a rubber flap, so it doesn't get smashed when you go over anything that's higher than 6 inches off the ground. But at the same time, you get the aerodynamic enhancement, so you don't have air flowing under the truck. We've got a brand new set of quarter fenders here, look like 31 or 33 inch, very nice. You can see the nice job that they did on sandblasting and painting the frame. Shiny and new looking. Over here we've got a Peterbilt smart switch. So this is a nice feature. Turn that switch off, listen for the click. Okay, that click is off. That click is on. Because it's a smart switch, when you shut your truck down and you walk over to the side of your truck and you hit that switch, it doesn't throw check engine lights. The Kenworths have a similar system, but if you turn it off too quick, you throw a check engine light because you've turned it off before the system had a chance to power down, almost like a power failure. Whereas this being a smart switch will not give you check engine lights. That's important because check engine lights, even to reset a code, is $200, right? So smart switch on this Pete, which is excellent. There's your smart air system. So in here we've got this is your condenser. So this is where the heat comes off from the inside of the truck, kind of like the outside box at your house for your air conditioner. And then we've got our diesel bunk heater here. So the energy for the heat comes from the diesel fuel. So that is that's a nice system as well. At the back here, we've got Pete low leaf suspension, 4-bag. We've got a Fontaine sliding fifth wheel with about 1 foot forward and back of movement. We've got all position disc brakes and all position ABS sensors. So it's a 6-position system, meaning that all 6 of your wheels pick up the speed and it'll work the ABS system on all of those 6 positions. And you can see here we've got the Paccar rear axle. So we've got Paccar axles, Paccar transmission, Paccar engine. Interestingly, the Paccar transmission is actually made by Eaton. It's an Eaton Endurant with a rebranded, call it a Paccar 12-speed, but for all intents and purposes, it's an Eaton transmission. Okay, have a look here. Very clean truck overall. Dual 100-gallon fuel tanks. This is a snow chain, tire chain rack. Unnecessary if you're in the warmer climates, but you can hang snow chains on there if you see fit. Inside, we'll take a quick peek, but over here we've got your after treatment. Your Bendix Wingman is going to detect objects in your blind spot when you put your signal on. If there's something next to the truck in that spot, it's going to beep at you. There was something else I wanted to show, and it was over here. We have the batteries for the APU unit are going to be hiding. I'm not sure if we can get at them. They're actually hiding in behind this panel. And so the after treatment is kind of pushed split. We've got a little bit of a split, so you've got some batteries in there, you got some after treatment. It's a little bit busy. Unfortunately, there's no cover bolt, so it's not as easy to get to as it is for the batteries for the truck. The APU unit is 100% battery powered, meaning that there's no diesel generator, there's nothing to maintain except replace batteries every 3-4 years. Those are your truck batteries. They're isolated from the APU batteries, so if you run your APU to the point that the batteries are dead, your truck is still going to start. You're not going to be left with dead batteries on your truck from your APU. Over here, 80-inch sleeper. I'll grab the key, give you a look inside, see what we've got. You'll probably see part of the APU unit, the evaporator section. So we've got your bunk heaters there, S-bar. You've got a Xantrex inverter. That's one of the best ones out there. And there's your APU evaporator. So that's the cooling section. And then I'll just give you a good look here. Okay, we've got upgraded insulation on this cab. Any truck that gets the APU from the factory also gets upgraded insulation. Over here we've got the Premier interior package. I don't believe it's the top of the line, which is the Platinum, but it's still very nice. We've got power locks, power mirrors, power windows, heated mirrors as well. Here we've got a genuine leather seat, both sides, driver and passenger. Have a look here. It's certified for US EPA, federal DOT, and Canadian DOT as well. So it's dual certified for both countries. You got shore power plugs, so you can plug in at a truck stop and have full electricity, and you can heat your fuel so don't have gelling in the winter. Here we've got a smart wheel with full cruise and Bluetooth audio controls. So let's get this started up. I've got the wrong set of keys in my hand. I think I have some Volvo keys, which will be my next video. But let's have a look here. So start her up. go through its thing. Bluetooth audio. Okay, so your trailer brake, interestingly, is here. It's just a little thumb switch. Okay, so over here we've got a release for your fifth wheel, kingpin rather, suspension dump, fifth wheel slide, locking diff, and then we've got bunk lights. I like this feature. Pete was actually pretty smart when they did this. So if you remember the old mid roofs before the ultra loft, they still had the split fold there, but with the split fold you don't really need it on a high roof anymore. Like this is huge, right? It's going all the way up to the top. This is the second year that they built it with the extra high. But now that we've got the split folding mattress, we've got all this extra space where you're not going to smash your head if you go to sit up or stand up on here. You're not going to bang into this. So you give that a little bit of a tug. That comes down. You've got your brand new split folding mattress. We've got a ladder that's mounted in here. It comes down to the ground like so. Okay, and then you can climb up to the top. Now let's see if I can get this up in the video. I'm thinking no. What's the trick here? There's definitely something that I can't figure out with, let's see here, close. Push it in and push it up. Maybe you just push it there. That's all you do. There you go. Piece of cake. One hand. There you have it. Up top, we've got tons of secure storage, a microwave shelf. Okay, we've got our power inverter. I turned that on earlier. Okay, we've got our Peterbilt smart air system. It's set for cooling, but obviously we would want it for heating, so all your controls are there. You've got a nice secure storage here. Over here we've got a slide out tray with a writing table and more secure storage. Okay, here we've got a good cupboard. Again, more secure storage. All LED interior lighting, which is nice, so it's less drain on the electrical system. Here you've got a flat screen television mount with your antenna cable is there. Here we've got a clothes hanger. I don't know what you're gonna hang in here would be hung that's this short, but you can obviously take that shelf out if you need to, because your clothes are gonna be taller than 18 inches. You got a mirror, paper, book holder there. We've got a fridge, which is off. I checked it earlier. And we got another pull-out tray here. So we got tons of storage in this. It's a real upgrade, true upgrade from the 2018 and older ones. They just didn't have enough space inside. And then here we've got your factory subwoofer, your evaporator, and then your factory run with the truck heating and air conditioning system is that. Okay, coming to the front, have a look here. So we've got a good look at the interior. There's a full height ceiling. No more banging your head walking from the front to the back, right? And then we've got your camera mount. So this is also part of your Bendix system, that camera there, and that sensor there, or that indicator there, is going to tell us if there's a vehicle in your blind spot. And this works in conjunction with the adaptive cruise on the front. So if we go here, 558,000 miles. It's coming with no leaks, no check engine lights, cold air, warm heater, fresh DOT, fresh safety inspection, a fresh service, and ready to go to work. Pick up from our yard in Cambridge or pick up from our yard in Buffalo. We have 2 advertisements for this truck. One will be advertised in Canadian pickup in Cambridge, and one will be advertised for Buffalo pickup in Buffalo. So let's get our speed up here. I'm just going to take it up off idle. I'm going to take it back down in a minute. So we've got a shutdown system here, which is pretty much normal. We can remove that at your request. Not recommended, only because it's hard on the DPF. If I snap the accelerator, so it gives me 299 seconds. So what's that, 5 minutes of idling? It won't idle more than 5 minutes, which is not recommended just because you fill up your DPF with soot. But again, if you want it removed, we can certainly take it off, and we can also open up the road speed limit. Take a note here, our speedometer is in kilometers, large indicator in miles, small one, and our odometer I switched over to miles, but we can switch it back to K. It's a 12-speed auto. Your shifter's here, your engine brake is here, and your forward back, and then you've got a manual override button on the end here. So let's have a listen to this thing running. I'm not going to do a lot of talking because the engine kind of overwhelms my voice. But I want you to pay attention to how quiet the engine is, and then we'll take the oil filler cap off. We'll see what kind of blow-by is coming out of there, and I'll get you a good look underneath the engine and at the belts. So let's have a listen. I got 5 minutes before it shuts down to complete this, so let's have a listen. Very quiet. The noisiest thing is this filler right here. I feel a very small amount of pulses going in and out, but I don't feel anything positive pressure coming out of it, which is good. So there you have it. I hope that's helpful for you to see what it is that we've got for sale. 2020 Pete 579 Paccar, 455 horse, 12-speed auto, 10 new tires, ready to go to work and pick up in Buffalo or in Cambridge. If you're picking up in Buffalo, we have a yard there. The truck is not in Buffalo at the moment. We can ship it to you once we're paid. You take delivery from there. If you want a road test, feel free to come to our yard here in Cambridge. And that's it. So I hope to hear from you soon. Rob at Next Truck Sales. Feel free to give us a call. Our number's right there, 844-489-8789. Bye for now.